So there we go. So my dough is fermented for about an hour and a half. I don't have a lot. I don't really want a lot of flour down here. The flour is going to prevent me from being able to roll my dough out. So the best way for you to get a dough out of the container is handling it as little as possible. Okay, so I sprayed this nicely so my dough comes out really nicely. Because I want each of my strands to be totally even, I'll weigh my whole dough. 447. Okay. Oh, it's so nice. It smells like nice and fermented. Okay, so I'm going to try to divide this into 4 even pieces. Okay, so each of my pieces are about 110 to 114 grams each. And as you can see, the dough, it's not sticky, right? It's not sticking to my hands. So I'm not gonna use any more flour unless it starts to rip and tear. So the first thing I'm going to do, right, I just bulk fermented. Now I'm going to divide, and now I'm going to pre-shape. Okay, so my pre-shape here is going to be a log. Okay, so I just fold it over until it creates a little log shape. We've all played with Play-Doh before, right? It's very, very similar. You guys might have more experience than you think. Okay, this little excess piece of dough that I had to add, I'm gonna make sure that ends up on the inside. And just folding my little shapes. I line them up in order so that when these have had time to rest, I'm gonna go and touch the one that I has the most amount of time to rest, okay? So I always make sure that I'm lining things up. There. Degas our product. Okay, can you guys see these air bubbles that are forming in here? That's a really good sign. That means that my dough is active, it's alive, it's fermenting. I'm trying to apply nice and even pressure. I want the dough to stretch naturally. And as you can see, it's elastic, but it's also extensible. So when I try to roll it out, it is expanding, and then it's starting to pull away and starting to shrink back. Okay, so that means that I've built enough gluten structure in this dough so that it's strong enough and it's pulling back together, but it's not pulling so tight together that I can't extend it either. Okay, so there's my first strand. And a lot of home cooks, like that video they just showed you, they cut the dough into 4 pieces. They didn't scale that out, right? So if you're really good at checking that weight and you think dividing it into 4 and you don't scale it and you're good, we're professionals, so we should scale things. If I scale these and they're all really, really close in size, that means each of my strands of my braid are going to have the best visual appearance also. So those are the little extra steps that are going to separate chef from cook. My table is not the best for kneading dough on. Don't laugh at me when you guys watch the video later. Okay, so there's my other strand. It's kind of chubby in the middle, but he'll be okay. Oh, flour down. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, as these are sitting here too, they kind of just slowly start pulling back together again. Just gonna stretch these guys out a little bit. A little more. We want all of our strands to be even in thickness and in length. All right, so. So what are the differences between braiding challah and braiding your hair? Where the dough lands is where it's going to stay. Okay? It's not like we can pull it tight. So we want to make sure that where those strands are ending up is where we want them to be. Okay, so now I've got this strand. Wait. There we go. This first strand is over this one and under this one. Okay, this strand is over this one and under this one. Okay, so we're doing this kind of over under. So this one's under and this one's over, so I'm gonna put this one over. This one's under and this one's over, so this one goes on top. Okay, this one's under, so it goes on top. So we kind of have the start of our pattern here. And now I'm gonna go the opposite way. Okay, this one is under, so it's gonna go on top. This one goes on top, okay, on top. So I'm just pulling the dough as much as it will let me. I'm not trying to tear it at all. And now I've kind of tucked those under and I'm going to just round this shape a little bit. So we have this nice little, look at that. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God, you guys, I did it. So, I know. It's my first live demo. It's exciting for me, okay? Can I get some applause? Good job, chef. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. So onto a sprayed parchment paper. And I'm going to do a little egg wash. I'm not sure what happened to my pastry brush, so What do I do? I'm just going to dab this guy, I guess. So the egg wash is going to help this from drying out. It needs to proof for about an hour. So this egg wash will help it from drying out completely. We don't want it to dry out because it needs to expand. So if we put a little egg wash on it, especially in this situation, I don't have a proof box to put it in. So what I'm gonna do is just get it nice and, this is weird. Egg wash with a paper towel, cooking in quarantine. Okay. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave, okay? I'm not gonna turn the microwave on or anything, but the microwave is a nice, controlled, closed environment. So it will help to keep this at a consistent temperature and also in a place where it's not going to dry out extra either. So I'm gonna put this guy in the microwave